Hey girl, hi, how you doing? How are you? Hope you're okay, hope you're fine, hope you are well. Now before we get started with today's video, I just wanted to say quickly that I've been noticing on my TL that things are going back to somewhat normal. I've been seeing people's cute outfit pictures, I've been seeing my cute selfies, and as cute and as buff as we all are, let us not forget that Black Lives Matter. It wasn't just a cute little hashtag that was popping a couple weeks ago and now we're on to the next. Absolutely not, no. There are still many ways that we can help to improve the landscape of the world that we live in today. So I'm going to leave a whole bunch of resources in the description bar of petitions that still need signing, of organizations you can donate to if you have the means to, and just different ways of educating yourself on what's happening in the world today. Because one thing I'm very aware of is that Yemen is suffering. I'm aware that black girls are being raped and no one's caring. I'm aware that trans people are dying and no one is caring. So let's do better, because this floating ball that we live in, it needs improving, right? Right. I'm gonna warn you from now, if you've not watched Insecure, pause this video, watch Insecure, finish watching season 4 and then come back, because this video is full of spoilers, sis. I warned you, you can't be mad at me, it's full of spoilers. Now, first of all, I'd like to thank Issa Rae, her whole team, all the directors, all the actors, all them, man, because really and truly, you had me in my feelings. Like, I just appreciate black people doing great things on and off screen, black people telling the stories of black people, and just like black people living. Do you know what I mean? Like, I really appreciate it. I love it. It's great. Now, for me, this whole season has been very much about friendship and the different intersections you find yourselves in as your friendship grows, as you grow, as you change, as you evolve. And I think my main thing, I was triggered for a lot of this season, I can't even lie to you, because I feel very strongly that when you have a best friend and you break up with your best friend and you stop being friends with your best friend, I genuinely believe that's the worst heartbreak you can experience in terms of like relationship wise. Like, it's worse than breaking up with a boyfriend. Argue with me if you want to, but I genuinely believe that. Like, because I kind of feel like with guys, you kind of have that understanding that, you know, I really want this to work, I hope it's going to work, but you know that there are certain things that, yeah, you know, men come and go, right? Whereas with your best friend, that's your best friend. Like, friends don't come and go, friends are forever, right? Whew, this whole season has been triggering for me, to say the least. Now, I'm going to start off with Molly. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel very conflicted with Molly, because I'm aware that Molly has her issues and I understand her wanting to protect her relationship, which I think is very noble and it's a very beautiful thing. But there's a large part of me that kind of feels like, but Molly, you're low-key acting like a bird, sis. Like, the selfishness and the fact that she doesn't see where she's going wrong in her friendship just doesn't really make sense to me, right? Like, when she and Andrew, in the beginning of the season, she and Andrew were trying to find a balance. Well, she was trying to find a balance of working and having a boyfriend, right? Andrew was very understanding, and the way Andrew brought up the situation of like, I feel like you're always working, I don't feel like I'm a priority at all, and I just don't really know how this is gonna go. She decided to work on that, right? But yet when Issa is finally doing things for herself, is finally, you know, like living in her purpose and doing something she's really passionate about, you don't understand when she's busy. Okay. I also don't like how comfortable she is talking badly about Nathan to Andrew. Because from my understanding, Nathan and Andrew aren't just roommates, they're actually good friends, right? And it's like, no one can talk badly about my best friend. And no boyfriend I've ever had has felt comfortable enough to do so. And I'm not even blaming Andrew, because I feel like Andrew has a lot of patience and he has a lot of grace. And in fact, Andrew's a treasure. He is amazing. If I ever have an Andrew in my life, I will never let him go, because not only is he fine, not only does he have a good job, but he's so caring, he's so loving, and he's patient. Molly. I feel like the breakdown of Molly and Andrew's relationship, it wasn't necessarily like because Molly, I don't want to say it was Molly's fault. It was Molly's fault, because I feel like Andrew clearly is someone that pays attention and he listens. And I think that is why he is such a good person. Because when Molly was saying to Andrew, like when they were in Mexico, Molly was like, oh, she's still talking to Nathan, she's still messing around with Nathan, like I told her she shouldn't do that because he's this and he's that. And Andrew said it so he just said it so beautifully. He was like, yeah, but he's been going through a lot, like he has a lot on his plate. She was like, yeah, but like, so busy that he can't talk to her, so busy that he can't call, so busy that he can't this, so busy that he can't that. He was like, yeah, but he's been dealing with his own mental issues. She was like, oh, I didn't even know. Why would you know, Molly? You don't know everything. That's why Molly annoys me as well, because I feel like her attitude is that I know everything, I am never wrong, listen to what I'm saying because I am the oracle of all things, right? That is very, very frustrating. Being around people like that is annoying, because they've already made their minds up about you. Do you know what I mean? And no matter what you do or say, sometimes they just don't listen to you. Annoying. I think with Molly, she really needs to humble herself. And I think she's very selfish, because she can see... Molly can pick out the splint, like Molly can pick out the splinter in someone else's eye, but yet she can't pick out the plank in her own. And it's like, I know you're not talking, sis. So when her and Andrew had that fight at the in the last episode, and Andrew was just like, when she was like, I always let things go. I'm so glad Kelly called her, because I know Andrew was gonna go off and be like, you, let him go. You, I know it's not you that's talking. I just know it's not you. It cannot. I think also there's something to be said about Andrew being like, because it's clear that Molly values her relationship with Andrew. And I can't necessarily say she values it because she loves Andrew and she can't see her life without him. I think Andrew's saying to her, what is it you're fighting for? What is she fighting for? I kind of feel like Molly's very clearly a person that has a plan. She's in her 30s, right? She's got a good job, check. She has a boyfriend, check. She has the nice car, check. She's got a nice place, check. So essentially, she's in a great position to settle down and get married. I think that's what she's fighting for. I don't think she's fighting for Andrew. And I think that is why, I could be wrong in it, because season 5 could come along and Molly could say, no, I really love Andrew, that's what I'm fighting for, blah, blah, blah. But from what I'm seeing, I think that is what she's fighting for. She's fighting for what she thinks is expected of her, and what, unfortunately, for a lot of women, especially black women, that, you know, they have no worth if they're not married and they don't have kids. I'll give Molly grace, because she has shown herself to be a good friend. Like, she is clearly a rider for Issa, and she loves Issa deeply. And I think sometimes as friends, our own issues overshadow, like, our own issues are bigger than our friends. Do you know what I mean? So Molly calling Issa selfish and saying that she uses people, I don't necessarily think that's true. That is what Molly thinks of Issa because of that situation that happened. I don't think Issa is a user. No, let me not lie. Issa used Daniel. I can say that for sure. Because if you rewatch that season where Issa was living at Daniel's house, you can just tell that she wasn't there because she really likes Daniel and she wants to like try and make things work, or she likes Daniel as a person and she wants to be good friends with him. It was just like, I'm not staying at my best friend's house because I love her too much to live with her. I'm not staying at my brother's house because my brother's annoying. I'm not going back to my mom's house either. So it's gonna be the man that I was beating. Yeah. But I think with Issa, it was really, really nice to see her really doing something that she's passionate about. I love that, because it's like, I feel like with Issa, I can definitely say that I see the growth in her, and I don't think the same Issa that was using Daniel is the same Issa that we see in season 4, because you can tell that when her and Molly had that argument and Molly called her selfish and called her, what did she say? She said you're selfish and you're a liar or something like that. You can tell that that really hit her, and you saw in the next episode that she was making an effort to not be a selfish person, to help as many people as she could. And even her telling Lawrence, being like, my friend Nathan, he's, you know, moving out, and we used to see each other, and that to me is what I love to see. I love seeing that growth, because I don't necessarily think that what Molly was saying was accurate. I think it is a representation of who Issa has been in the past, but I don't think that that is her. You know what I mean? I love seeing Issa being like, I don't like that, and I'm gonna make an effort to not be that, you know? Also, I'm aware that we are, like, Issa is the main protagonist of this show. So whether we like it or not, we are always gonna have more grace for Issa than we do anyone else. And I can't lie, more black women need to be protagonists of shows, because I love seeing us on TV. I love seeing me on TV. It's great. I think also Lawrence, I've realised with Lawrence, he is two things. Let me go to my notes so that I say it correctly. I've noticed two things about Lawrence. The first is that he's sloppy. It doesn't surprise me that Lawrence got canola oil pregnant. It doesn't. It just don't. Because I feel like when he had that STD and he was calling people, and then he called that one girl and she was like, we never slept together, like, what's good? He was kind of, ooh. It's clear that he didn't learn his lesson, because I understand that him and Condola, they were seeing each other, right? And from what we can see, from what we were shown, like, he wasn't seeing anyone else. We don't know about Condola though, because we don't know if she was seeing anyone else. I do think that whatever they were doing, Lawrence should have been better with it all. I blame Lawrence because I feel like all too often we blame women and we forget that men too have responsibility when it comes to, like, protection and sex and stuff. So I think with me, it's like Lawrence has proved himself to be someone that's not very responsible and doesn't think critically enough when it comes to women. So I think I definitely blame him. He's just sloppy, right? And another thing I've noticed is that, I don't know, I feel like a lot of the reason he wants to do well is for the approval of women. And this is why I think toxic masculinity is so bad, because it's like, we're not even allowing men to just be, and men to think critically about the things that they do and the careers that they have, and if they really want to do them, or is it because what society demands for them to be good and upstanding citizens and worthy of a woman's affection, you know what I mean? Because when he was like to who did he say it to? I think he said it to Chad in the car when Chad was driving around his new Range, even though he's not doing great. He was like, yeah, like, I've got to keep up appearances for my girl and for bitches. I love Chad, by the way. Chad is brilliant. He's my favourite type of toxic because he doesn't hide. He just says to you, listen, I'm trash. That's what it is. I love it. But yeah, he said to Chad in the car that I want to do better for her. Sir, you should be wanting to do better for yourself. But what is it that I know? Nothing, because I'm in a job that is not my purpose, and I definitely do not get compensated financially enough for me to live the lavish life that I know that I deserve and was put on this earth to live. You know what I mean? But I really like Issa and Lawrence's relationship. I loved what it was blossoming into, because you can tell that they really do care for each other and they really do love each other. And that montage of them two just enjoying, like, chilling, working, beating, I was like, okay, so how many more times do you want to, like, remind me that I'm single? Like, rude. Very rude. But while we are on the topic of Lawrence and his sloppy penis, I think I've clocked why I don't like Condola. And yes, I will butcher her name because, yes, that's how I feel. I think my main grievances with Canola was that you ghosted Issa. Like, if you ghost Issa, like, if you don't want to be friends with Issa anymore, that's fair, that's fine. But the fact that they had a working relationship and she didn't even think to message Issa, and I'm not saying she needed to update Issa and be like to Issa, well, you know, me and Lawrence have broken up. You know, I don't think she needed to do that, but I think just the courtesy of being like, I feel awkward about what's happening. No, she didn't even have to do that. All she needed to do was just keep up her working relationship with Issa and call it a day. Do you know what I mean? Like, because ghosting Issa was not right. I hate it when people ghost. Like, I know I am definitely the pot calling the kettle black, because ghosting is literally my speciality. I am a professional, I have a degree in it. I passed first class, like, in ghosting. But I think when it comes to working relationships, it says a lot. You clearly don't value this person's opinion, this person's thoughts. You're not even bothering to give them that grace of the communication. And I think with me, that's my biggest issue with canola oil, because it's like, you really could have just kept it professional coronavirus, but you chose not to. And now you're choosing to have a baby with this man that you didn't even consider to be a serious candidate enough to invite to your friend's giving. Your friends are over there doing joking about him, and it's like, poor Lawrence, he really tried. Like, he really, really tried. And I don't really want to be in the habit of defending of defending men like Lawrence. Actually, no. I feel like Lawrence he's not that bad, but I don't want to be in the habit of defending men and their bad behaviour, their piss poor, bare minimum behaviour, because the bar is really in hell for men. But I will say with Lawrence, he is a good guy. He's just figuring it out, you know what I mean? And I think it's a shame, because what Issa and Lawrence seemed to be building looked and appeared to be something serious and long term. And I think that the fact that Lawrence told Issa so quickly and he didn't wait to tell her, I think that is a sign of him wanting to move forward in a positive way. But then I also have to think, has Lawrence really forgiven Issa for cheating? Because I feel like cheating is obviously a really serious offence, right? And if you've not fully forgiven your partner, then your relationship is going to crumble. It's not going to work properly. And you might as well just duck out, peace out, leave, never come back again. But I do think that Lawrence and Issa could have worked it out. But I don't know, because I don't know if Issa would have been tempted by fine ass Nathan. Also, I'm Nathan. I've decided I am Nathan. He is I. We will meet one day and live happily ever after, because... Side note, the people on Insecure are really, really good looking, especially the men, because when I tell you, just when I see all these highly melanated brothers just walking, I'm like, oh, alright, I might need to move to LA, boy, because you girls are really enjoying, aren't you? Have you also noticed the twins? I was listening to the Insecurity podcast and Crystal was saying how she noticed the twins in the last episode. So I was like rewatching the first few episodes of the season. I was like, oh my days, twins! Oh my days, another set of twins! So I don't know if that's like a sign that canola oil is having twins, or it's just like a cute little Easter egg they gave us. But I thought that was really cute. Like really, really cute. I think what I want to see for season 5 is definitely more Kelly, because I think Kelly's a really, really good friend, and I just love how she really, really wants Molly and Issa to work it out, and not in a sense of like, oh, these are my friends and I can't be bothered for beef, but it's really like she sees how valuable their friendship is to each other, and she sees that right now is just not a good time for them two, and they just need to communicate, because both of them are terrible at communicating, so bad. Like, it's really annoying to see, because it's like, Molly, Issa, you guys have such a beautiful friendship, like, why are you struggling like this? Damn, girl! But yeah, I can't really be mad, because I feel like that is the reason for many relationships, friendships in particular, that break up because of just terrible communication, you know what I mean? So I think the things that I've definitely learned when it comes to, like, the things that Insecure has taught me is to be better at communicating, not just with the men I'm interested in, but with my actual friends, because at the end of the day, men do be coming and going, but my friends, they are people that I hope to keep with me in my life for a very, very, very long time. You know what I mean? I think if I was Issa, I would just have to break up with Lawrence. I feel like their relationship, I don't know how it's gonna work with him figuring out how he's gonna be a first-time dad, do you know what I mean? And if I was Issa, any of my friends, like, I just advise you to, if you're dating a man and he has someone currently pregnant, sis, please save yourself the headache and keep it pushing, because it's really not that deep. Like, there are many good men in this world. Yes, they may be a little bit hard to find because the bad ones are really loud and they're active, but they are there, right? And it's just, I just don't think it's worth it, because canola oil obviously comes with a lot of baggage, and it sounds bad, and I don't mean to paint her out to be no, she is the bad guy. Let me keep that energy, because she's not the bad guy. I'm just pissed off because we don't get Lawrence and Issa having the happily ever after that we wanted. Yeah, season 5 needs to come back with the quickness though, because I'm not looking to wait 3 years to find out if Issa chooses to work out her relationship with Lawrence or not, if canola oil and Lawrence manage to co-parent effectively without there being some dibbling and dabbling in between. I don't know. I need Issa and Molly to be back friends again, because I think that's just like the way that I would like things to be for me, but then at the same time no, because it's just not my reality. Do you know what I mean? I'm saying a whole bunch of nothing right now, and I feel like, yeah, I think those are all my thoughts overall with the season. I love the show. I think it's so brilliant. It's so great. Yeah, so quarantine needs to be over with so that Issa and the man can start filming, because I need it. I need it, girl. I need it. I'm gonna find something to do with the rest of my day, but thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please like it. Also subscribe, because it's a great thing to do, and watch this video. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure it'll be entertaining. I'll talk to you later. Bye.